In the Department of Natural Resources Management at Texas Tech, our students learn and gain hands-on experience with wildlife biology, range conservation, ranch management, aquatic and fisheries biology, and conservation science. They go on to careers as wildlife biologists, game wardens, rangeland and ranch managers, fisheries biologists, and as researchers and scientists. They work for federal and state agencies, private conservation groups, energy development companies, and research groups around the world. Our classes provide real-world, hands-on experiences with plants, animals, and landscapes, and we have many opportunities to get out on the landscape and get involved. We have an active undergraduate club that provides social, professional, and educational activities, as well as a strong system of undergraduate research in which we encourage students to participate. With a Bachelor of Science in Natural Resources Management, our students choose from 5 different conservation options: conservation science, fisheries biology, ranch management, range conservation, and wildlife biology. The conservation science degree provides a broad array of coursework for students interested in a diverse array of conservation-related topics. For example, conservation science students are often interested in threatened and endangered species protection, working with captive populations of a species of concern, and often work at the interface of conservation and human-related impacts on wildlife populations. Graduates of this program frequently continue their education in graduate school and professional careers in zoos, and often work as environmental consultants for private consulting firms, as well as for state and federal agencies, often with a foci upon non-game and threatened species. The fisheries biology degree is attractive for students interested in aquatic resource management as well as fisheries biology and management. Water and aquatic resource management is complex due to the interconnectedness of water management for agriculture, domestic use as drinking water, and wastewater treatment. Students in this field use their knowledge of the ecological and environmental factors that affect fish and other aquatic organisms to balance the growing demand on our water resources with the need to maintain fisheries and associated ecosystem services our aquatic resources provide. Graduates of this program frequently continue their education in graduate school and pursue professional degrees as fisheries or wetland biologists with state and federal agencies, as well as water conservation districts, regional water authorities, and the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Graduates often work as private consultants focused upon fisheries and aquatic resource management. The ranch management degree provides students with knowledge of working ranches. This is a broad degree plan where students get coursework and hands-on experience focused upon livestock production and nutrition, wildlife and fisheries ecology and habitat management, facilities management for hunting and fishing lodges, as well as business courses that prepare students for challenging careers as professional ranch managers. Graduates of this program frequently get experience through internships on ranches and pursue careers on private ranches where they are responsible for the day-to-day management of livestock, farming, and wildlife operations. They're often directly involved in the business side of ranching and frequently work with absentee landowners, state and federal agencies, and other private consulting firms. Rangelands are uncultivated lands, such as grasslands, shrublands, and forest lands that provide proper nutrition space and other resources for grazing and browsing animals. Range conservationists focus on maintaining the health of range ecosystems to sustainably support both domestic livestock and wildlife populations, as well as recreational opportunities for people. Because rangelands are managed through complex ecological processes, a rangeland manager has broad expertise in grazing management and animal nutrition, fire ecology and prescribed burning, plant identification and ecology, as well as restoration ecology. Graduates of this program gain tremendous benefits from the hands-on, field-oriented coursework and research opportunities they experience at Texas Tech. They frequently pursue careers in state and federal agencies such as the Natural Resources Conservation Service, the U.S. Forest Service, and the Bureau of Land Management, because our degree plan meets the civil service requirements for their range conservation positions. Graduates also frequently work on private ranches with consulting firms or other non-governmental organizations that assist and advise private landowners in rangeland management practices. Non-domesticated, free-ranging mammals, birds, reptiles, and amphibians comprise what are typically considered wildlife in the United States, and biologists and managers are often faced with making informed decisions about management of wildlife populations and their habitats. Wildlife managers balance making decisions about wildlife populations, their habitats, their conservation, harvest, management strategies for game species, and conservation strategies for non-game species. Graduates from our wildlife biology program gain tremendous benefits from the hands-on field-oriented coursework and research opportunities they experience at Texas Tech. Our graduates often enjoy careers with state and federal wildlife management agencies, such as Texas Parks and Wildlife, New Mexico Department of Game and Fish, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, and the National Park Service, among others. Others work for private ranches as biologists or non-governmental agencies, such as the Texas Wildlife Association, the Nature Conservancy, or work as environmental consultants in the private sector. Many pursue graduate school to gain more experience and knowledge in the science and application of wildlife science to solve management problems. The Conservation Law Enforcement degree in the NRM department at Texas Tech University is designed as a 2+2 degree so that students first obtain an Associate of Arts or an Associates of Science degree in criminal justice from a 2-year college in Texas and then transfer to Texas Tech for the Conservation Law Enforcement program. Students in the program take a full suite of wildlife habitat and management classes, as well as enrolling in classes in conservation law enforcement taught by local Texas Parks and Wildlife game wardens. Once they graduate, students are well qualified to apply for the Texas Game Warden Academy, which is one of the most selective and competitive law enforcement academies in the world.